Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all again. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. I think I am live. Am I live? I think I am. Yup, I am live. So, welcome back again to the channel, guys. Thanks for being here. The support, as always, is much appreciated. And of course, we're doing a watch along to Jamaica's first Nations League game, which is taking place in a couple of hours from now. Seeing we have to talk about it, we have to chop it up quick and fast. I don't intend for this particular stream to be a long one, right? Don't think it will be a long one. We're just going through a couple of things quick and fast. So again, thanks for being here. Like up the live, by the way, guys. As soon as you guys jump in, hit the like button. The support is always very much appreciated. Yeah, man, so we have some things to discuss, guys. We have some things to discuss as it pertains to this upcoming Nations League game. Hold on a second. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry if I seem a little bit distracted because I am a little bit distracted at the moment. But yeah, so we have much to talk about. By the way, there are some things when it comes to doing lives. There are some things that you need to do that you can only do when the live starts, unfortunately. Or I only know how to do it when the live starts. So bear with me. Sometimes when I start the lives, if I seem a little bit distracted at the beginning of the lives, just some housekeeping matters we are attending to quick and fast. Okay, that's about it. I think we're done right there. Hold on, let me just put this in. Soon get your comments, guys. Yeah, man. So just like up the live as you guys enter. Free and easy ways to support the channel, of course. All right, so we'll get that out of the way. On to the business at hand now. Formula, are you on the list of doubters? Boy, Rob Smith, I have some things to share with you guys, because I'm telling you something. You see, the Suriname team, Rob Smith, is not a joke team, Big and serious. It's not a joke team. Not a joke team. It's a proper team. Seeing, I was looking at the squad, the Suriname squad, and I said to myself, so, boy, especially given the fact that we have a number. Yeah, man, big up, Rob, big up. Especially given the fact that we have a number of players, from what I hear, that is not, I don't know. From what I hear, there are some players that didn't make the trip to Suriname. Is that still the case? Hit me up in the comment section and let me know. But from what I hear, there are a number of the quote-unquote top players that are not there. On paper, I will tell you this much, Rob Smith. I will tell you this much. On paper, the Suriname squad is a better squad than ours. I can tell you that on paper, in terms of the players that are actually there. Seen in terms of the Suriname players that are in Suriname and the Jamaican players that are in Suriname. Seeing the Suriname squad on paper is a better team than ours. Right? Me not look. When I say these things, I just have to be real and objective, guys. I not try to badmouth my own country, See, me not take pleasure in saying these things, guys. But we have to be real. The facts is just the facts. I go share with you a number of things, because this, what? Rob Smith, I look at the Suriname squad and I'm not very impressed. Bell, Boza, Ravel, and Low by there. What that mean? I don't know. I don't understand that thought there, Rob. I don't understand the thought there, Rob. What you mean? Bell, so Eddie look like he might clarify some things here. Bell, Ravel, Jamalo, Boza, Aaron's never made the trip. They will be available for the second game. That's what I have been hearing. That's what I have been hearing. The good thing about it is at least Leon Bailey is there. And that is obviously a massive plus. So that's good that Bailey is there. But I'm telling you something, guys. You see, the Suriname team is a whole heap of title-winning pedigree, the Suriname team, European and otherwise, title-winning pedigree is in the Suriname team, you know. I think another joke Suriname team, this, you know, look. On paper, when our best team is assembled versus their best team, yes, our best team is better than their best team. That is true. Seen, but in terms of the personnel on the ground right now in Suriname, guys, may I tell you no honest truth. The Suriname team, yeah, on paper, them say the game is not played on paper. That's another argument for another time, but on paper, the Suriname team is a better team than ours in terms of the personnel that is down in Suriname, in my humble opinion. Some of you might disagree, and that's fair. When I look at the Suriname team, a whole heap of players in the Suriname team that have won European First Division titles. I kid you not. I BS you not. There are quite a number of players in the Suriname team that have won European First Division titles as starters in the team where they win the European First Division title. And a joke Suriname team this way I play. Gone are the days. Gone are the days, guys, when we used to could have put a second string team out on the pitch and the second string team is still better than the Suriname team. Them the days they gone. We can tell you that. By the way, big up Eddie, you know. Because by the way, you guys know Eddie Vision. Eddie Vision is Eddie Guna from Sports DTM. He has his channel over there doing good things as well. You guys support Eddie. I probably need to find him YouTube URL and put it in the chat and make gonna go over there go show Eddie some love, you know. Or well, I know Eddie come wind me up in the comment section, but go show Eddie, go give Eddie a strength, guys. Let me see if I can find him channel on YouTube and drop him link. Whole heap of ratings we have for Eddie, you know. And a whole heap of ratings we have for the Sports DTM crew as well. But yeah, Eddie reminded me, I was watching one of Eddie's videos very recently. And Eddie reminded me of something that I didn't remember about. I remember I was having a bit of a heated debate with a friend to the channel. I am sure Sports, aka Manning's man, right? My namesake, and I was saying to him that, you know, teams like Suriname are coming, right? And he was saying that these sort of players that are playing for Suriname now are players in terms of the Eredivisie players, are players that have always been playing for Suriname. And I totally forgot to mention that the dual nationals that are playing for Suriname now a couple of years ago, they could not play for Suriname because what took place is that Suriname changed the law. Dual nationals could not play for Suriname a couple of years ago, right? Eddie Vision, big up Eddie, because Eddie was the one that actually reminded me about this when I was doing when I was watching his video, right? Is no, them changed the law in the last couple of years to allow for these dual national citizens to play for their team. And that is why Suriname all of a sudden has emerged as a powerhouse in the Caribbean. We're not going to say a powerhouse in Concacaf just yet. Obviously, we can't say that. But certainly a powerhouse in the Caribbean. right? Them reach that level. We have to call a spade a spade. They are a powerhouse in the Caribbean. Seeing, me I go put up this, me I go share something with you guys. Yeah, man, Eddie. That at least, Eddie. Eddie, big up and bless up, man. That at least, man. Whole heap of ratings we have for the DTM crew. All right, and Eddie especially. Yeah, man. Me know say some of the comments I just make a while ago was a little bit controversial. As me say, Suriname have quite a number of players in their squad that has won European First Division titles. That is facts. No baller in the current squad here where me know of. Guys, hit me in the comment section and tell me which player right now on the ground in Suriname has won a European First Division title. Which Jamaican reggae boy on the ground in Suriname has won a European First Division title. And I can reel off a couple of them in the Suriname squad that have won European First Division title. Eddie, me I be real, Eddie. Me not try to scare nobody, but me just be real. Me looking at the Suriname team. Is a decent team. On paper, their team is stronger than ours. This in terms of this particular, these two teams that are going toe-to-toe, the teams on the ground right now in Suriname, them squad better than, and we have to remember to, as Suriname the game I play, so them have home advantage as well. Me not try scare nobody, me not try talk against my country, but me have to be objective and present to you guys the facts of the matter. Me not sit down and say, me hear people say, we're going to whop up Suriname and this and that. Even if we had the Ravels and the Bells and the all the other players, the Lows, even if those players were there, it would still be a very tough game. Me not try scare nobody, me just be real. Me not think, don't get me wrong, them not go embarrass you, Me not think them go embarrass you, right? But me I go put up the team on the screen right now. Fair point, Rob. Fair point. Me I go put up the Suriname team on the thing right now. Right? Me not like share things in a Google, man, because Google thing a joke thing, man. Hold on. Where's the let me see if I eat this. No, I don't eat this. Hold on there. I want to share the Suriname team with you because I want to see exactly what we are dealing with. Hold on. Say, I wrong. Look like I wrong browser. I have it open up in. Alright. I'm going to bring up the browser there quick and fast so you can know what takes place. Started it opening this particular browser. Alright, so we're going to set a bomb and we're going to share the team with you right now. And I'm going to go through some of the players with you. By the way, knock up the like button, guys. Free and easy way to support the channel, guys. Free and easy ways to support the channel. Maru, what channel is it coming on? I think it's coming on Flow Sports and me. I have to double check again, but I think it's coming on Flow Sports. Yeah, I think that's Flow Sports. I don't know if you have I have the Flow Sports paid subscription. So yeah, man. Guys, is the game show are the Nations League game showing on the internet and YouTube? Because sometimes Concacaf do that too, I forget to look into that, as well. Because normally I think Flow Sports have the Nations League, Wait, who that in a place? The big bad Ryan LFC. You tell David.
Wagwan. Afternoon, Betty.
Boy, my day I might look like you're out for an evening stroll down my boss.
Yeah, bring the kids to the park. So I'm just do some dips and some jogging and thing at the set time.
Oh. So yeah, so we are gonna walk up aside later.
Boy, first and foremost, brother, congratulations to you, brother, on the press conference. It was a wonderful, wonderful press conference. One of the best press conference I see. Hell on the internet. In Jamaica, I should say. Right? It was a well put together press conference. Although the audio was terrible, but
Yeah,
we learned so much. And I have to give you, Coaches Dex, I am sure sports, DTM, military gunner. Big up to all of you guys. That's the journalists who want in Jamaica. That's all we're asking from mainstream media. Right? They're doing a good job, but this is the thing where we need to get detail when they come out of the press conference, Bridget. It was a wonderful one, and I want to say congratulations to you, brother, and the great question you asked him, and you never make him just answer the question, make him go in details, and I love about that. So big up to you and Coach Minzy
yeah,
and all
man.
of you guys, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
But Ryan, me appreciate it because me try my best to ask the question them when I know the Reggae Boys fans them want to get the answers to.
Yeah,
And me personally think that the vloggers them more have them hand on the pulse of what is taking place. And
that's
because
true.
of that, we ask better questions.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I really love that, brother. I really love that. And that's what we need to see going more forward. You see it, brother? Now, life, brother, when you do a great job, I love that, brother. You see it?
Mm.
So, on my thought on the game still, Virgin, I just hope for the best, although we short a few key players. But regardless of what, who going out there to put on the national colour, them should make it a night for themselves. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, those who don't come, make them have to work hard for come back into the team, Virgin. So, I hope Paris, I'm really looking forward to see Paris. Leon Bailey has put in two great performance in our last two home games in the World Cup qualify. And I hope him can build on that. Damian Lowe at the back, Andre Blake, I hope they can step up to the play because we need to build and we need to build as quick as possible because, this Nation League is very important for us to qualify for the Gold Cup. I want to be in the Gold Cup for next year. So I'm really looking forward. This is a match day and I don't want to be any more negative. I've been doing a lot of negative video, So I want to get behind the team. At least get behind the team on the match day. So I'm really looking forward. I'm hopefully we can win a 3-1. But it's going to be tough. Suriname has been recruiting some okay
Yeah.
players. Yeah. But they cannot take any team lightly. We struggled to beat them last year in the Gold Cup. So I hope they will be at home and they will have a lot of confidence and a lot of support. We have to ready for it. We have to give our 100%. You understand, formula? So I'm looking forward to see the game, Bridget. Can't wait, Bridget. But I like what Paul saying in the press conference, and that's why we're asking for the coaching staff to give us a little bit of clarity when it comes on to commitment to the players them. And I think him do a pretty good job. I'm not going to say decent. Him do a pretty good job, and wish we can get the 3 points, Bridget, to start the campaign. And to the Reggae Boys fans have a lot of confidence going into the next one at home at Kingston, Jamaica. You understand?
Boy, Ryan, say even though Paul answer the question them, a whole heap of people not gonna believe him,
Yeah. We have to
So
start trusting the manager a little bit more. You understand?
no, me agree with you, but me just I say a whole heap of Reggae Boys fans I say, yo, Paul a program, JFF a program him, and them not believe him, all of them something. So, boy, me never know. I mean, we call and say we want transparency, and then when them a be real with us, we say a lie them a tell.
Yeah. Because guess what, JFF set the system like that and the previous coach
Yeah.
set the system like that. So it's gonna take a little while for the fans to get behind the thing and thing. But one of the things what the JFF and the coaching staff can do, brother, to be more friendly with the media, brother. A modern time now, brother, when you look at every national team, they don't try to put up a fence or a wall between the fans and the media. We are here to do our job and they are there to do for them job. Our job is to make sure that everything is as clean as possible. And the people them have to understand that, brother. That's why we are a media. This minute we build up a player and this minute we tear down a player. That's how it go, brother. You understand? them have to get used to it. One of the thing
get used to it, Ryan, because them scared, Bertrand. Enough me I tell you that.
yeah.
Enough of them in the JFF, them can't sit down in one of them interview and feel comfortable, Bertrand.
And one of the things cause that to you, know, brother. You see through a lot of old, I'm not disrespecting my elder them, but through you know a lot of old men in the football federation. And it's just a facts and that's the truth. Them not up to the speed yet because them not understand them they get used to the new media. Yeah. We are one thing, you know, whether people like it or not, you know. Whether we are Jamaica or the rest of like them that England or anywhere across the world. Or we are the new media, brother. Or we are the swing right now. Because when you look at it, we can do a show about the Reggae Boyz 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. While the TV and the TVM cannot do it. You understand?
Yeah,
So
them not the flexibility like we.
they can, you know, but remember they are sponsor and a lot of stuff and all of them.
Yeah.
So them have to just get used to the new media and we are there for stay, brother. You understand? But we just hope for the best and hope we start win some football game and we start get the result what we're supposed to get. You understand? Because we really need the result, Reggie. Paul, I need to start win football game. I'm not stop saying it, bro. It's very important to win. Yeah, Bill at the same time, but you cannot concede in too much goal like Koima has been conceding the last 4 to 5 games. That have to fix up. You understand? We know him now the player them more yet, but sometimes the coach have to adjust. You understand? And this is the thing what I'm talking about, brother. So when it comes on to commitment with player, I'm not bashing any more player. A man not available, I just say why the man is not available. Because when you look at it, Anthony Grant, a man who commit, willing to give up him club for come play for Jamaica, and then man, no like what Cataracta say, and them I use it a beat Anthony Grant. You understand? That need to stop, brother. Because a man will commit to the thing like Anthony Grant, regardless of age. We know to rebuilding back, and he's not the answer we want right. He's not the age we want right now, but what you gonna do? He's very good at what he do right now. You understand? So many teams across the world have ageable players. You understand?
Yo.
I'm not saying he's the answer going long term, you know, but for a stopgap right now until we get somebody.
Yeah.
You understand? But Lambert in the team, and I hope Lambert can bring something to the party. Because I truly believe when he play against the lower level team in Concacaf, he do pretty good. And when he come against Serbia and Japan, him look really out of place. You understand? We have to understand our player them, you know. Yeah? Speedy them are do well in a Concacaf and thing, but when they play against the France and the big nation, they're going to find it difficult. And that's one of the things where Lambert didn't get called back for. I think it was that Japan game and the Japan and the Serbia game. A Whitmore really bring him in a thing, you know, brother. A Whitmore bring Lambert in a national team and then Whitmore now pick him when he's supposed to do and dump him and thing. Because I really think he can offer enough to the midfielder what we have, brother. Lambert. But I hope him nobody shame me today. So he's a good looking player. You understand?
Yo, man, the biggest fan of Lambert, Richie. Lambert a good youth, but I don't know, and a film game and my style.
Yeah, him better than what we have. Him and Anthony Grant are the only man who can sit in that pocket right now. When we play against the nation them, the small nation them, you understand?
Suriname and a small nation again doing a Ryan.
Listen, until Suriname prove themselves like our Jamaican national team, not only the senior teams, but the younger team, the under 20, like our Jamaica have under them belt, them qualify for World Cup. Youth World Cup, them qualify for Females World Cup. They are not on that level as yet, brother.
True. Can't argue with that.
So we have to just be honest to ourselves and just wait and see. They're probably surprised we have to eat back a pie, but for right now, they are not that team like everybody think they are. They probably will get there, but not at this moment. Respect to all the Suriname and them in the building, and respect to the people who support Suriname. No, but we're not going to prove on ourselves, and that's all I say. Prove on yourself tonight, yo. When you're here to stay, when you're a big team. Beat up Jamaica badly, we have to say, wow, these boys is the real deal. You understand? But they're here to do that, so we are waiting for them. So we think about the game.
Boy, that game I think will be a tough game, you know, because me and say Ryan, A whole heap of
Yeah.
players in this team, in this Suriname team that
Yeah.
has won European first division titles as a starter,
Yeah. I have to respect that.
So them have pedigree, brethren. And a some little quashi ball away Suriname draw from some little place round and some little part. Some of them players they have won the Dutch Eredivisie, the Turkish league, seeing some proper European leagues, brethren. So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tough game. As I said earlier in the stream, Ghana, the days when we could have put out a second string team against a team like Suriname, and our team better than Suriname. Them
Yeah, the
days are
record.
gone.
Yeah, the record is there to show, 7-time Jamaica meet Suriname from back in the 90s. 5 win for Jamaica and 2 loss. We haven't
Yeah.
drawn against them, so the record has been shown. So we're dominant and we get the better of them. So I'm really looking forward to see the game, bro.
Who you looking forward to see from a Jamaica standpoint? Which ball are you want to see?
I'll be honest with you, bro. This little young man named Kareem Paris.
Yeah.
Right? This little youth, it's Kareem Paris. Kareem Paris. And I'm looking forward to see Kareem Paris. I'm looking forward to see Leon Bailey. I always looking forward to see Bailey. If Bailey can show up today again, that would be a plus for us, a win for us. Right? As I say, Lambert, I am really looking forward to see what he can bring to this team. Right? By Gray, today probably get him opportunity. Because really and truly, we don't need to spend 5, 6, 7, 8 games looking at this young man. We need to give him chance. No Shaman Nichols will be there. Disappointed administration again. Don't want to fly out the youth, right? So, by Gray, we need to look at him. We need to see what he can bring to this team. Because
Tennessee,
if
me
he's
and
not
you
good
tell a
enough,
little, me I hear a little background noise, Tennessee.
let me move. Let me come in back and say for me.
Alright, cool. Me not think a Ryan though, because Ryan did there on the stream and me don't know if Tennessee have nothing to play in our background. But yo, me did want Ryan tell the people and say for knock up my like button before I'm cutting. Cause say Ryan I boss to that, man. Anytime Ryan tell people say for knock up the like button, man. The like button knock up, man, and the like shoot up, man. Cause once Ryan talk, man. No dog bark. Seen? So yeah, man, me do want him tell the people and stuff to come knock up the like button. But yeah, boy, all right, me could chop up that side. Yeah, me could look on the Suriname team and me give you a little idea of the Suriname team. Seen? So for starters, you have the goalkeeper and play for Gothenburg in Sweden, right? And he's a starter for Gothenburg or Gothenburg, I think them call it. Seen? And he's a starter for them. Seen? Then you have the next goalkeeper, Joey Rogiven. I'm not so sure if I saw you pronounce it. He plays for the Ajax second team. And then you have the third goalkeeper, Ishan Court, who is a starter for Sparta Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Then they have a centre back by the name of Shaquille Pinas, right? Now, this particular player is a Bulgarian champion. Seeing, so we can't forget that this player has won a European first division title as a starter. Seeing, then we have another player here, Meyenti Abena, and he plays for not one of the biggest club in Slovakia. Seen, and he's a starter for Slovian Bratislava, the biggest club in Slovakia. They are, he has won the league with them. He has won the cup title with them as well as a starter. Next defender, Dion Malone, not brother, or NAC brother. I'm not so sure which one them I think a not brother, I think them call it. I don't know. Probably is another name them refer to it as. But he's a defender for them and a starter as well. Seen and he started a number of games when he was in the Eredivisie. No, but hold on there, Rob Smith. Rob Smith, I just facts, you know. Ludogorets is a team that play a Champions League football in a Rob Smith. So we have to give props where props is due, you know. The man, the winner have no European title winning, league title winning pedigree in our team. Them have it. And we can't go around that. Seen? Alright. So me could continue now. Ryan Dunk. And this brother is another defender, big defender, no for you know him. Seen? He has him right now, he's at a team called Kazim Paza in the Turkish first division. But when he was at Galatasaray, he win everything with Galatasaray. Everything. Turkish league, Turkish cup, everything. Seen? And he was a starter at Galatasaray and he's a starter at this club that he's in the Swedish first tier. Seen? Calvin McIntosh. He plays for Camber and he's a Dutch Eredivisie starter. Riziano Apps, right? He's a starter for Venezia in the Italian Serie A, and he is a Dutch Cup winner as well with Feyenoord. Seen? Kenneth Paul, I think I saw you pronounce it. He currently plays for, by the way, Apps is a fullback. Seen? Apps is a left back. Seen? Kenneth Paul, Pekzuali, I think I saw you pronounce it. And he's a starter for them as well. And he plays in a number of positions. Left back, left midfielder, other positions where he play. Central midfield, attacking midfielder, right wing. And he's a former Dutch champion with PSV Eindhoven and has played over 100 Eredivisie games as well. No, but Demario, Kaim Paris win the Slovenian Cup. Right? Me I talk about European First Division league title winners. League title winners. Stop it. Man tell me say 11 Dutch First Division players coming. I don't know exactly how much 11 I never count the numbers, but a whole heap of players that either currently play in the Dutch Eredivisie or has played in the Dutch Eredivisie at some point are in this team. Seen? Up next, Kevin Lerdam, and he has played over 100 times for Feyenoord. He has played nearly 200 Eredivisie games, guys, over 100 MLS games, and he's a former MLS champion and a Dutch Cup winner. You see how much title winning players me list out already in the Suriname team, yeah? And he plays what? Right back, center back, and CDM. That are his main position. Them have a player, Miguel Darson. He plays for Surinamese club. Seen? Then them have Ross Keller Vlitla, I think is how you pronounce it. He plays for Telstar in the second tier, and he's a centre back and CDM. Seen? And you have another player, Jamil Hio. What is Ritters? And he plays for a Surinamese club as well. And then you have Diego Bizeswar. He plays for Thessalonica, that big club in Greece. Seen? And he's a starter for them. Greek champion, Greek cup winner, Dutch cup winner. You see how much title winning pedigree me telling you, people. Seen? Alright, so that ball you know, Cherry. By the way, Bizeswar is an attacking midfielder and a winger. Seen? And he's a starter for Thessalonica. Cherry, Maccabi Haifa, I think is how you pronounce the name of the club in Israel's first division. He's an attacking midfielder and a winger. And he also is an Israeli champion an Israeli Cup winner, and also a Dutch Cup winner. Seeing Roland Alberg, he plays for Maastricht in the second tier, and he has played over 100 Eredivisie games when he was in the Eredivisie. Seeing, and he is an attacking midfielder and a winger. A player by the name of Yannick Wildshot. He plays at CSKA Sofia. He is a winger, and he is an Israeli champion, and also he has won the Israel third division, and he has played 90 Eredivisie games, and he has played 88 championship games. I don't know about Geraldo Becker, guys. Seeing Geraldo Becker, who is a starter in the German Bundesliga.
Oh, Becker is not your formula.
Becker not there?
No, Becker injured.
Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you not talk, say? Then that now one big thing for we then, man.
And I think a couple of them, I think they're not arrived yet, so
Oh,
I
so
think
them
Bessie Swar and a couple of them, but me not quite sure. I think about 3 of them. They say maybe not go play another game.
Oh, interesting.
Me not sure, but that means so, but me know say Becker injured.
Oh, when him get the injury?
I think recently, because me know say in that squad, but
Yeah, man, him in the Nations League squad.
Yeah, but he not go play. Come here, some kind of injury.
So Florian Joseph Zoon, seeing him is a former Dutch champion as well. Him in a squad?
I'm not sure about Joseph Zoon. But I think about 3 of them. I can't remember their name. Now go playing like this much. I think they might arrive late. They might have available for the second game. But I think Becker out for both games.
Oh, c'est Eddie
Cherry, one of them.
Oh, so then a couple key players are said to be out. Oh, interesting.
But Pamela, me not cut you. If you give people credit, people say, all right. See, like Rob Smith, I say somebody tell him to 11 early busy player. But that means him not watch the next team. Him only watch Jamaica. If you look on Jamaica team presently right now, what play fully, I look on Suriname team. Suriname have a whole better squad than we right at this present moment.
So that's facts.
So you can't go in and say, you can come on YouTube and say Jamaica got dog walk Suriname. What kind of foolishness is that? You understand?
Yeah.
Because we never dog walk them like Gold Cup would be strongest, would be strong team. So all we have a dog walk them now.
Exactly.
You understand? So you have to give people credit and you have to look for anything objectively.
Yeah.
We want Jamaica win. I want them win. You understand? But right now I'm nervous. But that's Jamaica team.
No,
but we really want to win, Pamela.
No, because all right, me personally, seeing, obviously me no wish my side no ill will, seeing, but me just have to be real. When me look on the Suriname squad, a whole heap of baller play for some big club, Virgin.
Yeah.
A whole heap of baller in the squad that have European first division titles to them name as a starter. Them win if on a Dutch Eredivisie, a Greek league, a Turkish league, Bulgarian league, Slovakian league, Israeli league. Them play for the biggest clubs in these countries and win the league titles and win cup titles. MLS champion in them squad too. Players will play for some big clubs at a big level. The man them squad better than ours. By the way, one second, Tennessee. IMAX it football said Becca, Paul, and Cherry will be out. Thank you for that information, IMAX it. We have a differences in IMAX it. We have a differences. Seeing we have a differences. But thanks for this information. Seeing. And by the way, I know so we have a differences, but I no wishing a ill will. Seeing we have a differences, but I no wishing a ill will. That's all me I go say where that is concerned. So I don't know if you know, I don't know if you have issues with me. I don't know what your issue is with me. But me personally, I don't have no issue with you. Seeing and on a real and serious level, it would have been nice to see peace enter the vlogger sphere again, Bertie. Seen, but big up yourself still, IMAX. We have a differences, but big up same. All right, Tennessee, got you.
No, me I say right now, when you look on Jamaica have 19 players right now. See? So I feel just you play the way just call out. If those players was available to Jamaica, they would have worked in a Jamaican team. Right now.
Of course.
So we have to be fearful of where I'm. Can you remember in Pamela? Suriname play at home. You understand? And the Jamaica team will be positive, but you have to look on it realistic too. The Jamaican team kind of chaotic right now. To how the team go. You understand?
Yeah.
So we hope we can get a jar out of the game and we can do something. But we hope we can get a win. But Pamela,
It got
right
tough,
now,
Tennessee. It got
if
tough.
we get a win, we have to live for Parallel.
Yeah, man. I that me just there go saying, you see, hey, me telling you something. You see, if Parallel win the game, yeah, me can tell you this straight up. We have to big up Parallel.
We have to big him up.
We have to big him up because winning this particular game is not going to be an easy task. It's easier said than done. Me can tell you that.
That's true. And
me can tell you that.
I mean, know everybody want Jamaica win, but why people want to overlook the fact that Suriname is a good team as well?
Proper
you understand?
Team. Proper.
You can't overlook the fact that Suriname is a good team because people come like them just want to say, oh, Jamaica got dog work Suriname. But what kind of reason? You understand?
It not got Virgin. Me can tell you that. It not got. If Paul Hall win the game, my Virgin, me can tell you, me hail him as a big coach. And a whole heap of stripe him go get if he win the game. Because when you look at our squad compared to their squad, our squad is an inferior squad by quite some distance in terms of where they are Suriname on the ground right now.
Leon be the most high profile player in the Jamaica team right at this moment. You understand? Even people say Kai in Paris. We never see Kai in Paris play with the Jamaica team, but we are hope saying can proper.
I feel Paris I go do well. I feel Paris I go do well with Paul Hall, man. I want thing, you know, I'm not worried about attacking players under Paul Hall, you know. Because you see, we soon wrote JD in a conversation, but I'm not worried about attacking players under the tutelage of Paul Hall, because Paul Hall know how to put together a proper attacking structure and knows about assigning respective roles and functions to players and knows how to get the best out of attacking players. If him assign a particular role to them and that particular role is not working for them in that particular game for whatever reason, I've seen games where at halftime him switch it up and assign a different role to that player and you see the player shine. I see him do that with Leon Bailey in one of the World Cup qualifiers. If memory serves right, it was El Salvador. Seeing some in a worry about attacking players under the tutelage of Paul Hall. All right. Make a rope in Mr. JD in a conversation.
Before European game at JD, JD, because I'm not going to leave and make it with it. Because
Tennessee, I don't have enough time. I specifically changed my time to 15 minutes extra because I wanted to come here and give Pamela strength for the 15 minutes. So that's why I pulled back the stream that I had. But you can finish your point, Tennessee. I don't have any problem.
No, man, I'm going to leave and listen. Because I'm not leave and make your family deal with it.
Okay, no problem. Well, I'm gonna be 15 minutes. People who support Formula Man, smash him like him doing thing. So give him a strength, man. All right, you know, for support. If we sound Jamaican, you know, we have to support the Jamaican them because that's if we say we are be one of the persons and we love everybody and we're the lovable culture. Show it by respecting the people. Everyone turn them lights on for a reason. So we have to start change that behavior after supporting people. If you're on the stream, Just put the like button. It's free, you know. Just support them. And a super chat people ask for. So just support the people, man, with some likes, you know. Yeah, sorry,
Alright.
the formula. Big up yourself, man. No, man, you don't have to talk about no difference or nothing, man. That's perfectly cool for me, man. Everybody have to have
JD,
an opinion, you know.
JD, I'm alright. First of all, I appreciate the support. It is appreciated. But we can't I personally am surprised to see you here in a JD.
Okay.
I can't say I'm not surprised in a JD because I know we
No,
have
you
had
should
our
be. You should
differences.
be not. You should be not surprised because you
You
know the
think so? I
individual.
am shocked. You're right. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm
Yeah, you
shocked.
should. No, you should be shocked because I will turn up in any fire. So that's not the thing. Still, I just wanted to come in and drop two things because I heard you were making a statement, and you're doing a thing. Respect that, you know, because I think this is the difference that people mistook information from me because I tried to give from both sides, and I love what you're doing, and I want to commend you on that as well because you talked about and you never make Rob Smith try to deter you from what you're saying. Because Rob Smith, I can't understand Rob Smith's logic of why is it when you're giving a player from Jamaica credit, but once you're giving someone else a credit, it's like Rob Smith want to make up a story. Rob Smith, remember, you know, if we beat the team, what the formula trying to explain to, you would have to give the local players them more credit in the end. And maybe other people coming in the team might not get game. So if the man talk about the players them and what them achieve, it simply means that the victory would even feel sweeter. So you have to differentiate when you're talking, when you just want to call down the next team. Because I know why Rob Smith behave like this, you know. Because you see my show some little sneak this talk about people talk about 11 this and that. A lie Rob Smith I tell. Nobody talk about any 11 nothing. Rob Smith just exaggerate the points and because him in him own feelings. But respect what you're doing, man. Yeah, you can continue your point, Bossy. Just throw your questions at me for the 15 minutes. Make it as harsh as possible and I just do my time.
No, we're not making anything as harsh as possible. All right. So we're gonna ask some of your opinions on the game because I know that you are probably not probably you're definitely the leading authority in this space when it comes to Suriname. The fact of the matter is that you are the one that really and truly put this team on a pedestal. From
Oh,
for a
Lord.
long time.
Freeze it better formula. You just set me up. You told me in a
No,
Suriname
it's
map
not. No,
again.
no, 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 no. It's not about setting you up. But the fact of the matter is, it's facts. Many of us paid attention to Suriname because you were the one that first told us that this team, and to your credit, no, it's facts you were saying. To your
This is
credit, you were the person that
watch your
told
comment
us.
section after. I'm gonna show
Hold
you.
on, no, man. You were the person that told us. And I said, me I try to set you up. Me I be real. You were the first, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is a positive. You were the first person that told us that we need to be concerned about this team because this team is coming. Back then, I understood where you were coming from. Didn't thought it was a little bit exaggerated, but now I get it. You saw the vision. No, fair props to you.
Oh
You
no, no,
saw the vision.
it's okay, man. May I listen to you, man? May respect what you say.
Because even when I'm looking at this team and the amount of pedigree that is in this Suriname team, this is indeed a Caribbean powerhouse right now. That is facts. So we have to give you props to that. But before we get into the whole upcoming game with Suriname, seeing what
Mhm.
more want to know is JD, what is the issues with my boss? Me never do you nothing, JD. Why all of
No,
a
I
sudden
think
the
it's a
hostility, JD?
I think a miscommunication you have with everything. Remember, so I text you, I text you naturally and tell you, say, me no know, I think you miscommunicate a lot of things, and I think that was the issue. And as one was said, as man, remember, I literally said this on Cataract's channel, said, I'm willing to work with everyone because you know what I've realized? It's ego. But what I would love, if I can drop my ego, I would love for others to drop their ego just the same. You understand me? So I said, okay, I am going to be the man and drop my ego and have a conversation. I texted you. You never text me first. You know, I was the one texted you and I said, Family, I thought you got this thing wrong. And then you say, you know, and you stick on your point. And all I'm trying to say to you, that you got it wrong. you can go back and listen to them again. I said you got it wrong, and you never want to, you never accept what I'm saying. So you can't spin it back around on me and say I'm me. I do something one time, and me call you as a man and say, family, you got it wrong. Come on my channel and come up and chop it up, and you never turn up. So me did it. Try to present everything to make you come and say what you say, and then we square it off there. And it's a misunderstanding. Sometimes we as Jamaicans, we not have to go to the extreme with nothing. We can just make it done this out. They can come, you have a reasoning, and we call it. If somebody wrong, somebody wrong. The problem when we think people, we from Jamaica thinks, if we turn up wrong on a topic, it's like we think so we stripe a gun or something. You understand me? But me not think that the case. You know, people respect me more when we can turn up and say we're wrong, you know. Because when we get something wrong, we come up and say we're wrong, you know. You know, so people give me more respect because they must say to me, say, you know, say, at least you be a man and come and say you're wrong. Then I look at it that way. The only thing I have a problem with is like, me, I try my best for help a youth in Jamaica, like to make a youth look on life different and say, okay, I'm on there foreign and him still remember Jamaica, I'm still try to do something. But I think the painting of Suriname, people not take this away. The painting of Suriname, like me, is over the Suriname person, is like the hardest thing for me, not care what me do for Jamaica. It's like me just always seems to be the person who look as the Suriname person. I can't come out to that character, me everything else aside from Jamaican. You get me? So, and I kind of accept it and just move on. So, me not have no problem. My things are just true when we just start off is, I think people look at it like, because let me say my phrase is the best way. I think it come off like when you say me, when you start the Suriname thing, you know, you start it, you know. Yeah, so my thing say maybe accidentally, maybe might have some resentment of you stating that me the Suriname man. Yeah, you started.
No, man, that wasn't me first, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, that is not how I remember. I don't remember who started.
No, family, I never I never buy you doing it purposely.
Deliberately.
I never. No, I think when the match play. You remember the match play from that day? I'm a compound coach is this from that day.
Yeah.
So me a Suriname man. You see, you never look on that up to this day.
It wasn't done deliberately, but I see what I mean.
Yes, so I'm no man. Me not have not against it. Me not get nothing into.
And coach had stepped off because he had something to deal with and he asked.
Yes.
Could. All right, cool. JD, here's my thing though. And guys, we soon get back to the football. But two big man will a quick and fast reasoning right now. We soon get back to the football. But my thing is, JD, seeing when you say reach out to me and we you know my forward on the channel and we flesh it out as two big man. The issue me have with that is me personally think it would have been better to have been done privately.
Okay.
Two, me personally, JD, there's nothing, you, with the greatest of respect, JD, there's nothing you can tell me, JD.
Yeah.
For convince me that you weren't attacking and impugning the integrity of my channel in the statements that you made on that live, JD. In response to the Kemaru video that I did.
But when I explained to you, why you never just look at the story, what I painted, and realize that it could actually not be you because the story was there by itself. And I think that's what you need to do, you know. Sometimes when you say maybe things, as I said, things went bad and people have their own differences. So what you should have done now is just say, okay, let me look at this fairly objective. Let me take myself out of the situation. Let me see if it makes sense aside from me out of this. Like put myself out of the situation, see if it makes sense. And at that time, I start apply with a lot of things before I say people say something about me because I know say the area is kind of a more aggressive area. So I don't want people say me jump too fast on these people. So I think you should have looked at it and just exclude yourself out of it and realize that everything that I've said was things out there I never have nothing to do with it. And I've said, and I can say it here live again, it never have nothing to do with it because see Jamaican Guna, a Jamaican Guna, the day Yeah, hear me good? You want me to tell you now?
Yeah, man.
Jamaica,
Yeah, yeah.
tell me, say, tell me the story, and then me go to research the story. Ask him. Jamaican Guna. So it never have nothing to do with it. Me never even look on YouTube. Me just come out and talk because that's my story. That's my thing where if you understand about me be like me videos. Me try for never get the information closer to the source to it. Because more on the story lead to the answer. And that's why I tell you the last time with the Shamar Nicholson thing. Me say, family, why you never follow up with the Shamar Nicholson? And I say, boy, too much people maybe do it already. I say, no, family. How you build
All
things
right.
is follow up on it and get the respect out of it. That's
Hold
how
on.
me say it.
Hold on.
Remember good. Yeah.
No, I remember it. I want to make it absolutely clear, JD, right? Initially, when the story broke that Shamar Nicholson had pulled out of the national team, right? I did a video on it. I spoke on it.
Yes, yes.
And as a matter of fact, I beat Nicholson harder in another video that did beat Roof. Because I said in the video, if these reasons are true, because at the time, it was the Gleaner reporting from credible sources. So my whole thing is that the whole story was running for about a week. Every day people are talk about it every day. Like it did get after a while, I just did want to move on from it. Now, when about a week later, when Boza did the interview on the Spartak Moscow YouTube channel, right? He basically confirmed what was in the Gleaner article.
Yes.
So my thing is that I already gave my thoughts on that already. I already spoke on that already. I have nothing more to add to that. Plus, this thing has been running for about a week now. Every day, I just talkings about it, beatings about it, all of that sort of stuff. I'm just ready to move on. The story ran its course. So it's not.
No, me just say I try help you. Like me, I try to tell you, say the remember family, me talk way before this, like analytics and everything. Me talk about that. So and I like people and I get it. And because of this conversation, me and family talk about that things. So I was just trying to say what I've learned from the Jamaica people. It is like them want to close a show, like close a story. So that's I was just trying to provide you something, you know. That's all. So I think sometimes we think too deep in the things, and maybe that's where the miscommunication comes from. And I don't know if you can accept it if you think that's the way, but I think that is the way towards having a better relation with everybody. If you when you think too deep into things and just exclude yourself out of the conversation and look at it two different ways. That's where I would say people have approached that thing. And that's why I came here, because I believe that maybe it takes me to make a step and say certain things for understanding to be there. You're not saying nobody for being a friend, because everybody a big man, but at least understanding should be there, and people should look at things and said, if you come here, when you just come here, everybody come here, say Jamaica first. Why it start become me and you first and Jamaica second? You understand me? I think that should be the objective going forward, and that's all I'm trying to apply towards these reasoning. Can you get me? That's all. I have nothing against you, bro, and I wish you all well. As well, you know, even though even the other day I cussed out because I did a stream, and I was cussing up Mr. Rudolph's speed because him love drop him subliminal messages. Maybe you never caught it. Say, and me and Cataract him throw a mud pan. You understand me?
I know of the differences between both your camps.
Yeah, the man that talk about camp. The man that say camps.
You know what, JD? Come on, you know me. You know me.
Yeah, man. Just let me get some of the questions. I mean,
all right. So we are gonna move to the Suriname. Just some quick questions on the Suriname thing. I will say this much though, JD, before we end this. It, for me personally, we used to deal good. Seeing, for me personally, it is going to be hard, very hard for the trust to be restored.
No, you don't need trust with people, man. I tell you, say you don't do that, man. And you don't need to do that, not at all. Me turn up yesterday today. Me don't know when me gonna turn up back again because we have vlogger and we do couple story. But me say, you a man never send no story to nobody and a mix up with nobody and a drama with nobody. That's why me turn up today. So at least if a man sends something to you, you can say, all right, then just leave it alone, man. Be a bigger man. At Jamaica, we say first. And if a man brings something where you say, me leave it alone and just move on. You understand me? Because if you're there, you have to do a job. You just do your job and just live your life. You don't need to be friend with nobody.
It's not
Are
even
you
about friend, you know. It's not even about friend, you know. Just making you know, say, yo, it got difficult for we for even link on the levels where we used to link before.
No man. I mean, I need that. We don't need that, boss. That's perfectly cool for me. As I tell you, I turn up yourself because I see I say something on a story and I feel like I need to add something to it, but actually turn up to say something to you and done. That's all.
All right.
So if you don't accept what I say to you, no problem. I say it to you live. All right, I'm good. Yeah, man.
Right.
Cool. Yeah,
all
man.
right. So Suriname, the upcoming Nations League game. What do you think about it?
Surprisingly, you know, and me become the opposite of you, you know, because you are talk about Suriname more than me, you know, because me yesterday me give Jamaica more credit, you know, because me I say, I see what they me do in a previous match. The one Rob Smith can confirm that, and I said, I think a few individuals have to put in some individual performances, and the personnel that I want to see individual performances from, it has to be Damian Lowe in the defense because he will have one or two not so experienced centre backs with him, depending on the position, the formation they do play. I think this is the time that Speedy has to turn up and control a game or apply something because he would have a Lambert there, or we would have a progress off the ball, but not much more in terms of defensive work rate of a Maggie inside midfield. So I think Damian Lowe, Devon Speedy Williams and Leon Bailey has to have three of their best games for them to turn up anywhere victorious out of this. Because it's a little bit more. We know the squad is weak, so I have to give them credit for whatever they do put out there. So I want to say that I think an okay acceptable performance I would take from them. I'm not going into this with any win expectation or something, but if they do get a win, then I will start talk because I am in a burning out campaign from the other day, where in which I am going to burn out people if people don't turn up and the guys them get a win. As I said, if I call the guy Bygrave is his name. If he scores and the next game the man put in Shamar, I'm going to say the guy for play. You understand me? So this is a game. This is a game added to the next ones them that I watched in the Caribbean Club Championship to find out what Jamaica local players level at. Because that's what I'm on from the other day, watching all of these Jamaican games and these Caribbean games to find out the level. So I think this is just a next stage at a higher level than the Caribbean part to find out what Jamaica local players are at and how we can look for the future. Because I care what we say, Paul I go want to think that him have to put local players in the team. You understand me? Locally playing players. I'm not care what we think, it's going to happen because me see what I go on. So I want to say that those three players has to come up and try drag everyone with them and just put out a good performance. But the Suriname team, everything what you said was spot on. All of these players are different players. You have players that came in that are new players. Elderman is a new player. Couple is a new player. The Wild Scott is a new player. You have Abena. You have Penas. Those are new players. They weren't in the Gold Cup. So that is a lie that Rob Smith told yet again. That's why I said, Rob Smith, you're talking to me. I'm studying the things. So that's not true, Rob Smith there. And me go war every week. Me start so I do. Yes, so those are new additions. But they still have Vleta, the cousin of Clearfield Vleta, which is a striker.
Yeah.
In the team now. He's a young player. So I don't know what to say, but they put in a few young players. Ishan Courts coming in, he was there. I think he had brought up some conversations and problems in the last World Cup squad, so he's there. So you have a good amount of new faces. So maybe that's something that Jamaica can capitalize on, because what they could use is the fact to say, them not have enough experience between each other, because what you are seeing scorelines, for Suriname and practice games, but it's not the same squads playing it. They are playing Suriname games, those full Suriname teams, and then the overseas guys then by themselves, so they don't have the cohesion as what people might think. So that is one place I would say Jamaica could hurt them, but Jamaica not have the cohesion just the same, but at least them not have it as well.
What you think of the Suriname coach?
Top coach.
Better than Gore?
Yeah. Stanley Menzo, he has more experience than Dino Reid. Dino Reid, the reason why Dino Reid gets so much hype is because them coach we can just friend with the other players, them like the big players, them and everyone. Him have that connection in the Netherlands where if him tell if Van Dijk never played for Netherlands, him could have gotten Van Dijk to come and play for Suriname. That are the ratings we him have. So him have a bigger respect than Stanley Menzo. But in a footballing terminology, I think Stanley Menzo goes places and do more things than him. And you have to respect football, because that is football aside from everything else. A brilliant coach, brilliant man management and everything. Because remember, that's why them get him out as Suriname, because him get too big. Because him start tell them what to do. All right, for instance, let me show you an example. With the girls' football, the Mali girl,
Mm-hmm.
Mali girl, the Mali girl plus a coach. So him have the influence and everything together. So that's why them find a way to fire him and say them go youth in the country only, and then them switch it back and Stanley Menzo there, so them bring in more Netherlands personnel. So them just never want him there and pull a style upon him still.
Interesting. Before you get out of here, in your opinion, the style of play and the system, what is a similar kind of thing to what the previous coach did, or it's different?
It's similar. It's similar, but more pressing. He believes in more all action, like similar to Paul, but more in a passing phase. Shamaka, I'm answering the question. I'm just giving him more because I want to answer as much before I leave. So that's why. Yeah. Look, we can beat JD. Let's ask me the rest of the question, brother. But me tell you once. That's me just do my thing, You see it? Me tell you already. All right. Big up yourself, Karoom.
But is a similar style of play in terms of trying to possess the ball and progress the ball.
He pressed a little bit more, because in the Dino Reid game against Jamaica, Dino Reid gave Jamaica respect. Like, don't push on to them, drop off, and try to play from the back. Him try to force you to take the ball away from you. So like how Mexico play, he wants to possess the ball but press at the same time. So counter pressing in midfield,
win back the ball immediately as you lose.
Way more in midfield. So that's why I would love for him to start a Maggie, because Maggie is a little bit better than the rest of them and after naturally, because he's a naturally fleet-footed player. You understand? So I think Maggie should be. This is a time when Maggie should have Maggie should have gotten the nod over most of the other players. If I see Kevin Lambert and then two wingers flanking them, Kevin Lambert and Devon Williams and two wingers flanking them, then I will have so much problem, because I don't think they're going to get control of the ball. Bring Maggie in, make him sink or swim. What you say about that?
Makes sense. What do you think about Maggie? In terms of, I know the reason why I asked, just for some context, even myself personally, there's a lot of confusion as to just how good this player is. Because on the one hand, him a bench at his club in the Belgian Pro League, but on the other hand, every time he plays for Jamaica, you can't deny the fact he's arguably our best player on the pitch. That's how I see it personally. And against a top quality team in Catalonia with a lot of players starting for clubs in top 5 leagues in Europe, he looked as if he belonged. And though that's a very high level, but yet still at a lower level than a top 5 league standard in the Belgian Pro League, him can't get no game, him can't make the match day squad. What do you think about Tyreek Maggie?
You do research like me. You do research like me, Formula. I know I said a tricky question you asked me there, you know. But
no,
I'm gonna answer.
It's a genuine question. I want from like anybody will forward and ask because it's a topical issue right now.
Yeah. I want to hear me worried Maggie Soja. Me think say you think me have a cult following, Maggie have a bigger cult following than everybody on this platform. I don't know where this man finds so much fans from. Yes, but let me be honest, brother. Cassiopen, they have around 3 to 4, 5 attacking midfielders right now. And at first I heard that it's because of the coach never like him. They changed the coach. No, they said it's because of the ones them coming from Africa. Why he can't get in the game? Because they have to transition to sell them, which they have to transition to sell them. But no, they have a German and they have a Belgian there, and one is 19, and he's getting more game time. And they put you on loan if they believe that they want you, and you're not gonna cut it in the fine.
Yeah, so if you're not ready now, but there's a potential they want to develop you, they send you out and
yes, but Maggie did it, and I tell them write a letter with me see. I said them want him. But you're not sending him on a game and you're not giving him a game. You're not sending him on a loan and you're not giving him any game. When it comes to the talent of Maggie, I think he has not evolved as a player. But let me talk about it. Don't get mad, fans. His natural ability is very good. He has a very good control of the ball. His shorter range passes are good, but I just believe that he has not progressed in the role of a attacking midfielder or a winger, which is those are his two positions listed. Because his pass is controlling very good, way past Jamaican players. His off-turn ability, way good. His short passing and to find spaces in the pockets, them very good. But the man is attacking midfielder. Formula, him is attacking midfielder. So why him can't go forward? How much time you see Maggie play and you see him progress the ball and just focus on doing an attacking midfielder job? That is my problem with him. I don't believe him progress the ball enough as an attacking midfielder. So I just believe that it's either Jamaica never developed the youth good and he must struggle now at Belgium because of culture.
His technical know-how and his understanding is not where it needs to be.
But it's harder because Belgium ain't an easy place for him to fit in. So I think it's the surrounding and the lack of what he never learned in Jamaica posing his problem. But he has good abilities, way above most of the Jamaican local players that I've seen. That's all. I can give him all the credit in the world, but yeah, it take a different level, and you have to be honest on that. Formula, it take a different level.
No, I agree. There's something wrong. Quick question, because I know your time limited.
Yeah.
And me alone think say him balling at the Catalonia game.
No man, we are talk about man. Watch me if you watch. You know, see people beat me think him it okay because you can't get 6 Formula. You can't get 6. You may say that intro him come on. You can't get 6. You can't get 6.
No man, you can do really well on a team that loses really badly. But me see your point. It's a fair point. But me see your point.
Our reaction timing, none of who play them never up to the level of Catalonia. But Maggie look the closest to their reaction timing. So let me give you that. That means he's up there in quality. In quality, he's up here. So let me give the people and what they want here. But he's training in Belgium.
No, give the people and what you feel, what you genuinely
to make sure my point. Family, you know, every week me and the people in a war. You don't know back and forth, me and them for war. Reaction timing is way above the rest of the Jamaican players then because he's in a better setup. So give him more time and then let's see what he could do from that, you know? Yes.
Because when I did my video saying that the player did well, you know, I get some cheers out in my comment section, you know, and some people come in my comment section and done me, you know, and I don't know nothing about football, and me a hype up local
Yeah,
band player.
so why they would have come on my channel and put even money to say that Maggie was the best player on the field? Maggie get the highest score in the player rating.
No, don't get me wrong. There were a number of people that agreed with me, you know. Don't get me wrong. A number of people agreed with me. But there was quite a number of and a lot of heartfelt, a lot of strong disagreement. Let me put it like that. There was a lot of strong disagreement, right? Quite a number of comments in my comment section. Probably around, if I had like probably 10 comments on the video, probably 3 or 4 of them was saying, you know, fooling is your attack formula. You not do nothing in a game. So, you know.
But what you should have done now, Formula, because you're a person that does research. To close off that, you know, just go watch back the game, take out the little small clips them, and put a detailed analysis to it, and just put it out. And then you not have to speak. The content would have speak for itself. You know, think that that's the best way of experience, so people can see from your perspective, because you're trying to draw a fan base to you, you know. So you have to just, if people say that, because every time, that's why I built a Discord to say that if me have a man worried me the other day, say Suriname never do not much in the last game. So I say, all right, then what we can do, because we can show the full game on YouTube without copyright strike. But bring it, we can go to the Discord when we have time, and we'll all watch it together, and then we'll pick out points to say, all right, then this is how we talk about why we make that decision there. You understand me? So I think that's where you have to go now, because you have to prove to people so what you say is correct. That's all you need to do, man. You don't need to, you don't need to pay that no man. If you see something, you just figure out a way out to prove it, but you can't prove it on YouTube because of the copyright thing.
Yeah.
Get to somewhere where you can prove it. Yeah, man. So Bossy, me I go run to start the 80 game. Yeah, me I go try to get the 80 game.
One last thing before you cut. You cut. JD, the name calling not necessary. That's the last thing me I gotta say before. The name calling is not necessary. That's one thing I've never ever called any other vlogger out of the name. And I have seen vloggers even, like for instance, I disagreed with how Ryan handled the Speed versus Butler video. But that's one thing, man, I spoke about it after Ryan come out and do a video. And says, because Ryan himself said that him could have handled it better.
Yes,
so afterwards, now me come out and said, when I was asked about it, when I called in on coach's desk, coach asked me, what do you think about the video? And I said to him, say, boy, in all fairness, Menaga can bash Speed and bash Butler. And I said, my brethren could have handled the situation a little bit better. But me, at first, me never say nothing on it, none time. Me just ignore it, because me personally, me not go try to tear down another vlogger. And me never want to say nothing on it, because me never want to make it seem like me attack Ryan and me tear down Ryan. So me just ignore it. And me there are things if I link him personally and say, you know, say to him, but very short order him do a video after and come out and say him should have handled it better. Since that's all me I say. Like,
sorry if me come after with it, and as I say, what me think you miss out formula. You see if you have you can talk to me straight up, because me have an understanding, and you clearly know me is a straightforward person. Me when you talk to me I listen. So you feel comfortable talk to me. Me I love for you approach it the same way. Me not say that you do, you know, but me I love for you approach it the same way as how I come here and say, yo, this and that, and we have an understanding. You have your point, but we have an understanding. So because I think this disrespecting, I'm always reacting. And I can always show you that I'm reacting. So if you said I am not being a man enough to just avoid certain things, that would be true. So maybe I need to do that more. And I've pretty much done with those things. So the name calling, the fighting, it now go there for me. I'm kind of leave that alone. Cause me have go for even the whole Jamaica category alone, because I kind of no want to build a video I talk about bad thing. But formula, how much good thing Jamaica do for me find the good thing?
I agree. I agree.
So people talk about me, I bring like bad information.
Negativity.
We can't do nothing else, because if I come this have to stay for you next time because me not going into something else where it will take me over the time. But I just said name calling, no problem. And respect for be a straight up person and talk the truth because I saw it go. And people can hear anything when people talk behind closed door. You can't talk the same thing in front of people face. You understand me? So I respect that. And thanks for having me on the show. Guys, just support Formula. Me go try go do the 80 stream. You know, it's not for do Jamaica, but me just love football. You see me? So respect and thanks for having me. Yeah, man, respect and thanks for having me.
Cool. All right, guys, there you have it. Formula and IMAX it. You know, we have had our differences, but you know, as big man, we can sit down and you know, reason things out. You know, big up JD and the IMAX it crew. Scene and you know, we as vloggers, we can live good. There's no need for division in the space. There's no need for look. I know that we are competitors, and I know that the space is competitive, but you know, we can still deal good and you know be competitive and you know nothing wrong with healthy competition. Seeing so that does JD and me I deal with some issues, some long-standing issues, some issues that have been around between the both of us for quite some time. All right, so make we get back and you know big up to JD and you know the IMAX football channel. IMAX football channel is a good channel that does good content. So you know, big up JD. All right. Shavan boss, yeah, do it. You look like they work, my boss.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear, man.
It a echo?
Me not hear no echo.
Alright, good. Yeah, me there I work me there and me just say log on. Should me see JD did it too. You know, so me really rap with the two on already. Never know so now.
Yeah, man, guys, Shavan there work. So excuse Shavan if him have a mute. Sometimes you know background noise and all of them things. But yeah, man, you know, more of it. So me telling you already, Suriname a big side, seen a lot of European title winning pedigree on the Suriname team. You know, I think a free Shavan freeze. Look like a free Shavan freeze. But yeah, man, the Surinamese team, big team, you know, whole heap of European league title winning pedigree on this team. And on paper, this is a team that is superior to the team that we have down in Suriname right now. I'm going to show you the record for both teams quick and fast as well too. Oh yeah, your return, Shavan.
Yeah, hear me now?
Yeah, man, just 1 second, Shavan. Eddie said at least that was better than Speed versus Butler. All right, cool. Let me just quickly, Shavan, before you go, let me just tell the Reggae Boyz fans the record between Jamaica and Suriname. We have played each. So what 11 versus 11 is saying is that we have played each other 7 times. I think so Jamaica and Suriname would have played each other more than that. Only 7 times we played Suriname dating back to 1966. Seen? So we have won 5 times and we have lost twice. We have met them before once in World Cup qualifying in 1996, and we won both the home and away games in the World Cup qualifying fixtures that we'd have played against them. We picked up 1-L against them in the Caribbean Cup, and it looks like we lost a friendly to them as well. We have 1 victory against them in the Nations League, and we also have a victory against them, a 2-0 victory in the Gold Cup the last time that we met. And I don't know if many of you remember that game, but even though we beat Suriname 2-0, to be honest with you, they were the better team. If we're going to be real, that Suriname Gold Cup game, even though we beat Suriname 2-0, we got 2 early goals through a bit of individual brilliance. Remember that Bobby Reed screamer as well. But may I tell you, for most of that game, especially the second half, Suriname was the top team. See? All right, me I go do my best starting 11 a little bit later as well, too, you know. Probably Shavan can chip in as well. Shavan, my boss, where are you? Where are you loud and clear now?
Yes, we're going. Sorry about that. I say I work my day. I feel do some overtime because I have something I start up Monday, so kind of busy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I never know say on JD have be still because I don't know if you know I'm up on JD channel most of the time as well. But yeah, I look forward for today game still. I want to see my predict a 2-1 victory for us. I think what can help with the last time we played them, we weren't playing good football, but we managed to get a result. So the fact that under Mr. Hall, we have been playing some sort of good football, we're knocking the ball around. I'm just worried pertaining to the starting lineup. In the past, Mr. Hall has been, seems to favor a 3 in the back, but based on the personnel that we currently have, I don't think we'll have the personnel for a back 3. I think it would be smarter to go with a back 2 with Low and King. Not against the other players there, but it's a tournament that we'll have to perform well. So we can't really take the chance at the moment.
By the way, sorry, Shavan. Boss Thomas, I know for a fact it's gonna be on Flow Sports. I'm not so sure if it's gonna be on the
YouTube channel, man. But you have to change it. You have to change it from Jamaica.
So there you go, Boss Thomas. By the way, guys, knock up the like button, man. Knock up the like button, man. Free and easy way to support the channel. Knock up the like button, man. Seeing, as I said, but now bother no. We just kindly ask you to knock up the like button. Seeing, free and easy way to give the youth some strength. All right, Shavan, go through. Sorry for cutting me.
So what are your prediction for today?
It's going to be a rough game in a Shavan. That me I tell the people because I look on the Suriname team and it's not a joke team, Virgin. As I say, Shavan, I keep on I say time and again because it's a big deal and it's very important. A lot of these Surinamese players have won European First Division League titles as starters. We are talking about Dutch Eredivisie. We are talking about the Greek First Division League. We are talking about the Turkish First Division League. We are talking about some credible leagues and some big clubs.
I know, honestly, me know that, but based off of what I've been hearing pertaining to their team, they don't have their best team as well.
Yes, so I've heard that it look like some big players drop out.
And they've had logistical issues as we have. So
it's still a tough though. It's still a tough, Shavan. It make it easier for we now. It make it easier for we, but it's still a tough.
Currently, I don't think we have a proper forward in the squad right now.
A proper proven goal scorer at a high level.
A proper forward. I don't think the persons there are forwards. I don't think they have the because persons can score a goal, but they're not forwards.
So Bygrave and a forward, boss.
Persons can score goals, but they're not forwards.
No, man, Bygrave is a forward, man. Not this him, so man.
It's not disrespect. It's just come on, Formula. He's either
the joint leading goal.
No, man. Somebody, Nicholas Nelson pass him out, man.
No, man. Something that did pass him, man. What name? Green, I think, did pass.
Yeah, Green. Yeah, Green. My apologies. Green. Yeah, Green pass him.
So like the second. Either the second or joint, yes. I remember about that.
You see, you know them say like impressions last. When I see him in the JPL against not so great defenders,
him look like a good player.
Yeah, but the last 2 windows where we saw him, where the intensity kind of picked up, you can see that he struggled. And this team that we're going to be playing now, they all play in a league, as what you just mentioned, in a very fast-paced league. As persons might not want to admit, the Dutch league is a very and they are pass first.
Technically good league.
So it's the same tiki-taka football where some person said them don't want Jamaica play. That's the type of game that we should expect Suriname to play. Not the Barcelona tiki-taka, you know. But we can, and then that's why pertaining to what I said, I would prefer us to play 2 in the back, because we've seen where the quick passing game has kind of exposed some of our local players. So for this particular game, I don't want it to be a situation where it catches us off guard. So, and yeah, as Stevenson just said, I'm sure Suriname they look at this the Catalonia match tape. I know them are gonna look on it and say, all right, Jamaica are gonna struggle against a quick passing team. So I know Suriname can play.
Yo, you see the incisive passing and the dynamic movement, Shavan, that murder we in that game there, man.
Yeah,
and plus
like,
the press, plus the high press to a certain extent as well.
Exactly, because
even though we dealt with it a little better than I thought we would have.
Cause even the first goal where my boy did the give back, well, the guy will assist the first goal. That was basically based off of the first up, because naturally when they're playing in the league, them can just do a look up normal pass to the goalkeeper and nobody now gonna attack them. So what them used to.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, it's all muscle memory. But if them they play consistently with them if they play the ball quickly, maybe that pass we did make to the goal to Barnes probably would have reached Barnes quicker. So we have to look into
alone to Shavan. Zimini's mess up on the play the body because after Zimini's pass it back to Talbot in a Virgin. Zimini should have set up and move out
to the wing.
Space. Yeah, move out wider for be a return passing option.
Remember when I always say one of our biggest issues when we never really hear persons really kind of conclude to our off the ball movements are extremely poor.
Shavan, I always preach that though, Shavan.
No, not you, but most persons, me hear persons that talk about fitness and that have to do with fitness, But with off the ball movements, because even under the previous administration, the previous coach, that's some of the reason why some of the time we'll have to play the ball long. Because when the defense get the ball,
the movement
I'm just stand up one place. Him now look behind and somebody now look for going to space. So off the ball movement is literally poor. Hopefully, I know if Mr. Paul Hall is moving towards a more passing style, I know say him have to address that off the ball movement. I know him not get enough time.
But Shavan, we see the improvements already, because as I say in the Catalonia game, the last game we play, to be fair, Shavan, as I say all the time, we have struggled against the press, and a Catalan press is a serious press, and the team dealt with it a lot better than I thought we would have dealt with it, especially with mostly JPL players like Howell, Thomas, and all of them players there, right?
If
they did the press well, and part of that was the movement. The movement has been better since Paul Hall has taken over.
Yeah, it has been better. I'm not gonna lie. It is better. This is where I'm gonna give Bygrave credit for, because remember the goal, I think it was the Costa Rica game,
El Salvador
game when he came on. Despite his touches not being the best, he remind me of a Coerberg when he run. He runs tirelessly. To me. I just that the simple things I'm like the control ball, them think they may have an issue. But when him come on, impress people. So probably that's why Paul would have select him, because him see that in him. Because him if you play at that type of position where him want, I always tell people this. Passing and a city I learn it from. City I see my watch and actually learn it. It's the teams that press high, them use the time when them have the ball to catch them breath.
For rest.
And the thing when I see the other day,
sorry for cut your Shavan, but what them actually do, you see when them are press and them win it in a dangerous position, them try to set a bomb and see if them can exploit that dangerous. If them
them slow down back the
can't
tempo.
do it, them just slow it down and rest it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Mama always realize. Because even the previous Concacaf championship, we know Cavaliers has this passing game, and especially in the first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that at one point in time, they might try to play this, but the direct football don't work with the high press game. You can't do a high press and then you play that direct football. You have to knock the ball around for catch your breath. If the ball up on one side of the field, make the next side of the man up on the next side of the field, make them catch them breath and you bounce the ball around. And then when you lose the ball now, that's when you do the high press. But what I see Cavaliers there do, them are press, them get the ball, and as them get the ball, one big boot, and I make the man them run it down. So eventually, the man them are gonna get tired, especially with the field where them play upon the other day. That's I think that field bigger than most JPL teams out here. Especially the width of it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things that most we need for really. Yeah.
Can you hear me, guys?
Richard?
Yeah, man.
We're here.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to segue into what you were saying. Good to see you. Good to see JD. Good evening, viewers and subscribers. Shavan, Formula Sports, how smart, footballing-wise, IQ, is this Jamaican team? I'm looking forward to this game and match up against Suriname to see, in celebrating, I think, a year of following the Reggae Boyz. I want to see how they match up with this Suriname team. I think I joined following Jamaica during the Gold Cup just after the Suriname game. I saw the 2 spectacular goals for Jamaica, but I'm impressed with what I've seen so far of Suriname. How smart footballing IQ is this Jamaican team, in your opinion?
I know, man. Formula, you're sure, man.
If you want, I can go through now. Yeah, you're general on the show, man. If you want,
I think everybody have an understanding of football in the national team. I just think that you may have different levels of understanding of the game, in my opinion. Because just there explain pertaining to like the whole pressing game, it may be. I think Paul may have taught some of the players them know the different type of play styles. And I think by now, because most of the players are regulars for him, they may have gotten an understanding exactly as to what he may want. So we may see the team actually performing better than previous times. Because the Honduras game, the team never play bad. That was one of the games that will actually win formula, and we can say, yeah, the team actually win, and will play good.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see that the team is improving. We're looking forward to it. I think the reason why persons are may not be as optimistic is because they're not seeing the names that they would have preferred. They would have wanted.
Yeah.
But I still believe we have a team that can beat Suriname.
But guys, I'm gonna say this earlier, I'm gonna say it again in a Shavan. Even with the 3 players, I think it's 3 players that are out for Suriname. Even with those players out, they still have the better team, and this is going to be a massive stripe for Paul if he can win this game. And I'm more to say this also. We were talking earlier about Atafari, Bridegrave, and the issues with the strikers in the team. I want to say this. Honestly, Peter McGregor should have been called up for this particular game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
He is one of the more, his clinicalness and his finishing in the JPL is of the highest order.
It's not just that formula. I go back to what media say, the understanding of the game. Because Peter McGregor, he would have been in Europe and he would have understand, say, not every run that a forward is make, that every mug a forward make, have to score a goal.
Yeah.
Well, all of our forward, in my opinion, I think every time they make a run, in a for them head at the ball, they want to shoot.
Come tell that somebody said the reason why Real Madrid was extremely successful when Ronaldo was there, because Ronaldo feed off of Benzema. Because Benzema just stay in the middle and Ronaldo stay upon the left. And when Benzema run out, defenders follow him. And who run in? Ronaldo. So I say it's just like the direct football where we used to play. Because as we get the ball, I just pure attack. Attack. We now say, come, me and you depend live already. And I see when Jamaica bounce the ball around and me man I say, you want to stop pass the ball around and go for him and them goal. And I said, no, but when you're now watching a club team and you don't say that about in a club team. Because no other team in the world don't play like that. The team them need, when them have the ball, them rest. When them lose the ball, them do all of the running when them lose the ball for make sure so they get back the ball and then them rest.
And your point about the movement of the strikers though, Shavan, Peter McGregor, his movement in the JPL is really and truly sublime. Right? You can see the way how he plays the game, you can tell that part of his development would have taken place in Europe, in a European first division league. As a matter of fact, the team that he was at is one of the biggest clubs in not only Sweden but the whole of Scandinavia. But I can't say that too and not or exclude the fact that Blair Turgott, I don't know if he I mean, it would be hard to think that he would have turned up for the Catalonia game and not turn up for his big chance to make a foray back into the team. Blair Turgott should have been called for this particular game. If
as well, Mr. Hall say, persons decline, so we can't comment on that.
Yeah, that's true, but I think Turgott turned on the call. To be honest with you.
All right, to be honest, instead of we just create issues on the player them, we don't know it's who, so might as well we just leave it because
fair point.
You have persons that speculate and then because even what happened with Edison from City, I don't know if you hear what happened yesterday. Like them do like a look at highlights thing at Edison over the season, and it's like none of the islands is of saves. I just hear like kick out, and then like the people in my city start criticizing him till them all have to delete him Twitter account. So we don't want to be a situation where the man them just start go. Come see man start bamboozle some of the UK ball player them. Come see a man attack Bobby Reed. And Bobby Reed have just put him in place and say, I never get picked.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. Look, as I say, is not something someone will want to go on because of pure speculation, but everybody have them agendas and everybody have them truths and everybody have them side of the story and everybody have them reputations and that sort of stuff. So I never want to go down that
route. That's true still, but so just I look forward to today.
Well, watch out. Gents, while I'm on, I'm looking forward to today as well, Shavan. Really looking forward to today. Is it fair? I was going to ask you guys what do you think of the footballing IQ of the fans in general, but I'm going to bypass that for now. It's a sweeping, tough question to answer. You mentioned, yes, Formula. You mentioned Peter McGregor, and one would assume that Mr. Paul Hall would have been aware of Mr. Peter McGregor. And of course, we know that Jamaica has a big pool from which to choose. How fair? First time I'm getting a chance to ask you guys directly. Viewers and subscribers, hit the like and share, subscribe button, and pipe up with your responses as well. How fair is it that it's questionable that Mr. Paul Hall has sole or the large majority control of selecting the Reggae Boyz team? We know that he's based in England and in Jamaica. We know he's got an interim appointment at the moment. And we know that he cannot be in 50 places at once. My question simply to reiterate and repeat, how fair is it for fans to be concerned or totally empathetic and understanding, whereby the question is raised and raised again, does Mr. Paul Hall have sole or the large responsibility for selecting the team we will see don the jersey and take on Suriname and other teams going forward?
Again, Richard, that to answer that, I can't answer that question because to answer that would be to answer it with speculation. I know many of the fans have made up their minds as to what they think as to who is picking the squad. But for me personally, I am sitting in a seat where I have to be responsible, right? And I have to deal in fact, right? I don't look. It is said that the Paul Hall, I had Mr. Speed on my channel. Mr. Speed said Paul Hall is 100% picking his team. So until me have an alternative set of facts, you know, I don't know who pick the team. I don't want to go down that road there. But you know, it's so sad because when I was in the press conference, maybe have a serious, like a real question somebody wants Paul Hall in a man. And it's just a shame same internet there get trouble and I couldn't get for ask my second question, you know. Because me have a serious question, like real proper question. When me did really want to hear his thoughts on, or me did really want to hear him answer to. All right. What more have to do right now quickly? Seeing because we have to do this before we end the stream. After this, we're going to talk quickly about the players that we think we have for, you know, the key players for us in the game today. But one more I have to touch on quickly is, I don't know if Richard wants to participate in this. I don't know how well he knows this squad. Probably he'll want to stay out of this one. But what we don't want to do is like for Shavan, if Richard wants to participate, then cool. But me and Shavan can definitely put our respective starting 11s together. I don't know if Shavan wants to do that. Quick, where is it? You know, why?
Yeah, I can't pick 11. I don't know if I pick 11 out of that squad there.
Where is it? You're not
We're
picking
not on the
side.
forward. We're not on the forward nice side unless we're going to play a false 9. We're not on the forward nice side.
Yeah, then that's a figure go on, Shavan. You know what that's a figure go on. Seriously.
Right about now.
Shavan, don't play too kite. Don't play too kite.
We're going to be one fun.
Manchester
We're going to be one
City
oblivious.
often play without a recognized striker.
Exactly, I win all the Premier League. Your side, Shavan.
Yeah, a big side that. A big side that. You see it? You see it? A big side. So, you see me? But me not think I'm going to be a fan today. I'm not going to be an analyst. I'm going to be a fan because I'm tired of it now. I'm tired of it.
All right. Let me pick, guys. And guys in the comment section watching, if you don't want to drop Funa squad to, you can drop Funa starting 11. The team that I think, by the way, I'm not seeing no official starting 11 drop. No official starting 11 drop, guys. I don't know if I see nothing before me even drop mine. Hold on there. Let me see if now official starting 11 drop. Because the match are around 2 hours from now, you know.
That one, 1 hour before, man.
Let's have a check.
1 hour from now?
1 hour before. No, man, 1 hour before, then we drop
1 hour before, then we drop it.
Drop the team?
JFF do everything last minute, you know.
Announce the team.
Oh God! But by the way, before me drop the starting 11, I just want to say this, right? I just don't understand. It has to be the culture, and the culture emanates from the top. The culture comes from the top. Seeing, it is just a real shame that every time we're going into a tournament or a match or anything like that, nothing seems to run smoothly. Why JFF can't get them up together, man? Because here's the thing. We don't know for certain who is at fault here or who is to blame here for certain players not being in Suriname. We hear Paul say that it seems to be administrative, I think it's issues, why Nicholson was not in Suriname. My thing is, it is a pattern and it is a trend with Jamaica's national football team. It is a pattern and it is a trend. It is something that happens all the time. I don't see that happen with other footballing, other decent, respectable footballing nations on a regular basis. Every now and again, they might have an issue, but it's not something that happens all the time. So it must be the hold on, Shavan, 1 second. It must be the culture. It must be Jamaica's footballing culture. Something is wrong with our culture. It is a culture of lackadaisical behavior. A culture of our footballing culture is a culture of unprofessionalism, right? Me no know. It's just something just off and it needs to be corrected, man. It can't be a case that every time big Nations League tournament we are going at and it's a bag of arms us going into the tournament. Warm to it. Well, we can't get to act together. Go through, Shafa.
Think about this. You see, even yesterday the press conference, it shows the JFF has a lack of respect for anybody who they may seem is beneath them. Because the interviews that was happening yesterday, if you look at how the officer was behaving, it's like he never gave off a welcome tone. When he ask question, he might try to avoid certain things. Probably them tell him to do certain things, but I don't think the connection itself was that much of an issue. But I just feel like say him never want certain people ask certain questions. Them just want the secretive nature of the JFF. Because I don't know if them sign contract with the player, them or the player them not supposed to talk certain things. If them not supposed to talk certain things, but when a player in England don't get called up, you hear the manager come out and say, ex-player never get called up because he said that he's not available for this and that reason. But now we are here say some players turn down the call, some players never turn down the call, some person never get called.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that, it shows a lack of respect for persons what they would deem outside of football.
So yes, them should have called name.
Of course, brother, you call names. Why if England can do it? England is one of the biggest countries in world football. Why Jamaica? Oh, what's special about Jamaican players?
Probably Paul still want him not want to throw kerosene on the fire. Him not want to throw gasoline on the
alright. So right now you have a player that is not committed. And the way Mr. Paul see his sound, it's sound as if those players let him down. So if them players they let you down and them not show commitment now, that means you go against the word because he same one said if someone is not committed, he's not going to call them none at all.
That's true.
So
but
if
him probably thinks that them would when probably never anticipate, is that him never thinks that them would have call him bluff. So him probably back himself into a corner when he met that thought there, thinking say them would have respond and them wouldn't do it again. Just looking at it from that perspective, if they indeed turn down the call up.
So I say, man, the comments me think nothing disrespectful way or anything for call out nobody name. You're not calling nobody name for nobody get threatened or anything. You just explain to the fans because the fans, we remember, if we not going away, as much as they matter about sponsors, if we the fans tell the sponsors say, yo, don't support JFF, nobody not gonna support them, That is it, So I feel say like you need to go out, you need to talk, you need to tell persons what's happening. Because we the fans, we there now are gonna attack all of the English player them. I we don't know which people, not me. I'm not gonna attack nobody. Persons are go out and I go message and I go up on the people in private Instagram page and I tell them say, yo, now sell out this, that. Suppose it's not the case where the player they never actually sell out. The player say, yo, me never get picked. and then you got abuse and he go look point and say, yo, them people are real and truly not no manners to me, you know. Me not gonna ever come back to Jamaica. So you leave people to wonder. Well, yeah, we get it now. Persons never get called. Persons turn down the call, yeah, we get that. But who are the persons who never take the call? And is it no, based off your statement, you say, them players, you don't want nobody when you come in, is that you're not going to ever call them player there again? So if you're not going to call them again, why you not call out them name? So
Papa Pert, what you're saying is exactly what crossed my mind when I heard the comment. I'd love to see a rerun of the press conference. Maybe you can tell me where I could get the opportunity to see the press conference again. But that point you're
on
making
Military
regarding
Guna. It's on Military Guna and Ryan LFC's channel. Big up Military Guna and Ryan LFC. It's on both their channels.
Thank you very much, Pamela. Thank you.
yeah, so but I come off of that still. We have an important match to play.
Thank you. I will check it out for real. But thank you, Formula. The comment that Paul Hall made.
There's a delay.
Yeah, him look like Sir Richard look like him have problems with him stream. Go through Shavan.
Yeah, so but pertaining to that a year starting, right?
Yeah, man, me I put together my starting 11, man.
But that's why I see who you have run back.
May I put together my starting 11, man. All right, so may I put Jaja, we weak up a striking thing still, you know. May I go put Daniel Green up there still. May I go put that. Ooh, wait. Jaja. May I go put. Who should I start? Who should I start? Hold on there. You know, no, me not start Daniel Green. You know, me I go start Junior Flemings. I got to start Junior Flemings in the front two. And me I go start my boy they were star up Slovenia. Fahim Paris.
So you wouldn't put Star Paris on the wing?
Is that 3-5-2 me I go with, you know?
Oh, so Brown and who on the left?
See it now. So you see the front two, me I put Paris on the right hand side of the front two. And me I put Flem up on the left hand side of the front two.
So Leon then? Leon play cam?
Box foot, Leon did it to not Jaja. Hold on there. No, Paris, you have to go bench then, my boss.
What?
Hold on there. Now, man.
See, I go bench. Hold on, family. Hold on. I go turn to the league right now. You go bench Paris and start Flemings?
Yeah, boy. No, but all right. Here's what I say still. Seeing?
You go bench the man where I start and get team of the season over a man who gets spot on the bench for the season.
A real talk. A foolishness me I doing that. But all right. Here my reasoning for it now. I can't explain myself. The reason why I'm doing it is because Kahim Paris and Leon Bailey are two similar types of players. They're not necessarily out and out forward. So, well, Flemmer kind of not really want out and out forward neither, you know. But him kind of have experience playing as a in our front too. But the thing is, we don't have no forward in our side still, you know, Virgin. Apart from, here's the thing. With the greatest of respect to Bygrave, I'm not going to start Bygrave. Even though my mind tell me say Bygrave I going to start. My mind tell me say Bygrave I going to start. So I go with a 3-5-2 formation because one, I wouldn't be surprised if at that Paul will work with. And when I look on the personnel we have with disposal, that are probably the best we fit that are probably the best formation to fit the personnel we have with disposal. Hold on, let me see what them are saying in the comment section. Bench Flemings, yo, Teddy Lee say Bench Flemings. On a crazy. MR something said formula, what is? Man, them a beat me starting 11 star. Michael Woodburn said Fosner. All right. You know what? On second thought, I might probably play, but you know, I can't play. Here's the thing though. I don't know, should I play Kahim Paris as an impact sub for replace a Leon Bailey in case we need some energy off the bench? So that me a pre, you know. Because I'm not going to put Paris and Bailey on the field in at the front two at the same time. The front two, they now go. The dynamics of the front two, they now go too right. If you understand.
Me that start Paris. Me that start Paris on one. Me that start Paris on one wing. That's why I say I wouldn't play three in the back.
Where you that play?
Because if you play three in the back, you're gonna have to have wing backs.
Yeah, all right.
You have to have wing backs.
And make could change it then. Make could change it to a 4-2-3.
No, me man, that's your side, you know. Me not picking a side. That's my opinion.
Oh, no, so, but when we think about it, you're kind of right, though, you know. 4-2-3-1 would have probably better for that team, you know.
Yeah. So you make the guy from Waterhouse, make him attacking, don't make him off your attack, basically. Just make him focus on defending, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Make him focus. So, Teddy Lee, I don't think it would have make sense for play two forward.
Yeah, with that side, it got difficult. With a particular team, it got difficult. Baby.
Yeah, because you can't. If you play two forward, you're gonna basically limit the midfield. You're gonna take a body out of the midfield. And for the type of game where Suriname, when we think Suriname are gonna play, you need more bodies in the midfield. So that's my opinion. That still.
All right, you know me that do right now. Me that probably play a Kosa Chang, you know, as the out and out forward, you know, Jaja.
Make Chang play like a false 9 position.
Yeah, that me a pre.
But we don't know the form with Chang in. We don't know the form with Chang in because if we are gonna say Flemings can't play because he not start, then Chang would have be the same situation.
All right, here's the thing. Here's my reasoning. See, here's my reasoning. And that's why I'm not gonna start. That's why I'm not gonna start Flemo. And that's the reason. But the reason is because me that start Paris over and because I think that Paris right now. It kind of hard to make a case for Flemo to start over Paris right now. And Flemo is not a lone forward. Yeah, Chevron Given said beer-ish when they start chat now. Explain to me where I start ish now, my boss. That squad more better on the formation. Yeah, J-Ross. And yeah. That's why I kind of switch it up because 4-2-3-1 probably be better. The team just our big national team doing that, guys. Hold on, let me bring it up. Let me see if we can bring it up more on screen so you can hold on. Let me zoom it up so you can see it a little bit more. So there it is on the screen now, guys. Oh, but I forget I forget the goalkeeper, man. Well, that's an easy one too still. Andre Blake. That's an easy one too. So guys, that is my personal. I don't know if you agree, but it's on your screen right now. That is my personal starting 11. That's what I would do. That's the best blend and the best formation right now where Messi can get us. That's the most likely formula we can get you a result out of this particular game. Yeah, it's kind of hard for bench Leon Bailey in any reggae.
But the thing about it, what me want query now is that as much as me I say more Leon start, how fit is Leon?
Boy, we can't bench Leon Chavan. That boy in
No, remember saying no,
especially
remember
in
saying
this
just come up.
particular
Remember
team.
saying no. Remember say it's not like and I say remember saying that situation like him not play a game, you know. He has not been playing games because of injury.
Yeah,
So me
agree. I see your
So me
point.
talk about the injury part. So we don't know Maggie have to start, Speedy and Lambert have to start. But just hope them not watch the Japan game. Yeah, hope Suriname never watch the Japan game.
Hey, I put Lambert in the team because we have to have a CDM in the team. And
no, I'm the only one who did it.
And I'm the only one who did it. But everybody will know my channel and familiar with my channel. No, say, with the greatest of respect to Kevin Lambert, I have never seen the big deal in this player. People always hype about Lambert. But I mean, for style you, I wish him the best. I hope him can, fulfill him true potential. But me personally, I see my Onyx Gardens, I see my Phoenix Rising, I see him for the national team. I have never. Here's the thing. I have been convinced about Kevin Lambert as a centre back. I don't have issues with Lambert as a centre back. But as a stadium in the national team, I don't see vision. I'm sorry.
Say, the one thing for me that say, me always say about Damian Lowe already, which part Damian Lowe for play, but it's not go possible. But it's a King, to me, King have the traits of that type of player. Just that sometimes in reaction time is a bit slow.
Yeah.
But this is our okay team.
He not react very well defensively. In terms of not only the speed, but in terms of the actions that he chooses to take.
Yeah. So that team here, I think this would have been the best. Me think this would have been the best squad. The only difference for me that probably make, I wouldn't play an out-and-out striker.
No, yeah, because the only out-and-out striker in the team are by Grave.
I wouldn't play an out-and-out striker. So you see where you have Maggie now, me that drop Maggie but a little bit more and put Chang a little bit more down as well.
So you mean deeper like a...
Yeah. Because remember, your playmaker, as much as your playmaker can't play way up the field now, your playmaker for the night make life field. And that's a Maggie. Maggie is the playmaker. So you need Maggie closer to the middle of the field so you can actually...
and he make those runs to join the attacks, those secondary runs to join the attack.
So, me that have Changa play behind. So, basically have Leon and Paris a play wider to try spread the defense. Spread the defense wide so Maggie them can have space in the middle. Because no matter what, as much as persons might not admit it, when Leon build up on a field, he might attract attention.
Yeah, that's a fact. And yo, them are double team him in that game, man, because remember, sir, right, them they double up on him wicked and deal with him. You remember the last game, Apps deal with Bailey wicked in a Gold Cup, Him rough him up and dog him up and them double him up, That's a good point in a shove and them are gonna double up on Bailey wicked. But here's the thing now. Here's my thinking, right? So Akwasa Chang now in the middle of a play that falls 9 role there. Seen? And him aga set a bomb and drop in at the pocket. Seen? And him aga attract, peel off of one of the centre backs them, drop in at the pocket, link up the play and get the wingers in behind. And the winger sets a bomb and move more inverted into the half spaces to exploit the space left by the centre back where Akasa pull out a position. And I think that can be very dangerous for us because especially with Paris and Bailey, we know that those two particular players can wreak havoc, in those half spaces and get goals.
That's the method I say. When you have Paris, because no matter what, the Suriname, they're going to do their report, their scouting on Paris. And when they are going to stay based on what I'm doing in Slovenia, their coach is going to instruct their players to keep an eye on Paris as well. So you see, when you have the two man them out wide now and you have a Maggie or a Chang, Maggie as the playmaker, Chang can be that man where him and Chang just interchange every now and then. And Chang basically make that last run. So you see when Leon make that run,
when
Leon make that run behind at the back line and go around, a problem that. So that's why I say. So the attacking wise, I think if them implement it properly, it can be a problem. But
True.
as you know, my issue has always been our defense.
Yeah. And
Because
to be fair, got you.
Once Andre Blake get man of the match, I know I have a problem. So him just have to come in a man of the match moment today, isn't me? But everything else for me good. I kind of wish more ask a question for me. I don't know if you did ask it. Like why did we select a team if we know? Is it that Amari Bell will be in the next game, but just not this game?
Yeah, from what I understand, those players will show up for the second game.
And we were able to call up 26 players, right?
A 23 with call up, 23.
No, we were able to call up to 26 players.
I'm not so sure about the number, I don't remember the number, to be honest.
Yeah, I think US call up 26 or 27. I don't think it's 23 players alone I get for call.
Okay.
So I don't know why persons never asked that question here, or if somebody did, probably never hear. If you know that Amari Bell was not going to be in Suriname, but he only carried 2 left
I don't
back.
think that was the intention though, Shavan. I think the intention was for Amari Bell and Ravel and all of those players to be in Suriname.
So based off of everything we know, Ravel can go to the US. So, and if the JFF was thinking that
Suriname the game I play.
Yeah, but I think they have to go through yours, or unless they might go Panama route.
Oh yeah, I see argument. No.
So
if the JFF, yeah, them have playing route. Yeah, them can find him.
No, the easiest way to go to Suriname would either be go to Panama or if like what them did in Europe already, them go Netherlands, Amsterdam, and then leave from there to Suriname. That would be the better option. But I'm wondering if it's just Leon is the only English-based player that is there right now, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is due to because probably Leon was actually in Jamaica all along.
Yeah, he was in Jamaica for quite and he did forward as soon as Villa season done.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's a situation, if it's a logistical issue where them couldn't find a proper ticket to get the Englishman to reach a Suriname in time. Because they might probably look for the cheapest ticket, which should probably be for US. Go somewhere in the US. Because I think Ravel season done long before everybody else won. Ravel could have come to Jamaica a long time.
Ravel season done for a little while with Derby, for a couple of weeks.
So Ravel could have been at Jamaica all along.
Yeah.
So it goes back again to the logistical planning of the management team for say, all right, we know Ravel can go US. So we could plan ahead. That's one thing I'm thinking will be because you call 2 left back in the side. Kenry Campbell and Amari Bell.
I think something that they know, I think Thomas and Waters they know too, and him can play right back and left back,
Yeah, Thomas is there as well. Well, yeah, then good then. But
yeah.
We only have one. So basically 3 wing backs actually they know then.
I think the thing about it is Thomas can play both right back or left back, but before he was brought into the mix, if I'm not mistaken, is only one right back we did have there. Out and out right, and I was Javian, bro.
Right. As a message, me just a fan, and I just want to see who beats Suriname.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to get into it. Because I don't want your fans them get bored or anything, but just look on it in a different way. Like we should have probably called the full slate. If we could have called more than 23, I think we need because it has happened multiple times.
This is a good question, Rajan. This is a good question, who better Bygrave or Chang?
It's a very good question.
It's a very good question, and it takes some thought process.
All right, Rajan. So the reason why I give my reason why me da potentially try Chang over Bygrave. I've seen Bygrave on the international stage. See him against see him against El Salvador, I'm see him against Canada, and it wasn't impressive.
And the little substitute appearance that Chang make in a Catalonia was a decent little spark. So you know, may I agree with that. I'm want to see what Chang can do. Like Chang has been called up a couple of times, but him not really get a proper run out. I want to see what Chang can do.
And to be honest, the type of ball game I'm say Paul is more interested in, I think it suits Chang better.
Yeah, and that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a solid point.
I think it suits.
Shavan, that is a solid point. That is a solid point. Because even in the Peru friendly first game, Fletcher was playing as a false 9.
Exactly.
And I think what Paul, you made mention of it earlier, you know, with the interchanging, you know. I expect to see a lot of interchanging between our top 4.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that in another game. We're going to see
interchanging. One thing I always wonder about Jamaican football, when we play
interchanging.
If a man start on the right side, I feel him dead on the right side. I feel him not going nowhere.
For the whole game. Then that beat Bailey the last time against Suriname. My thing is, you see Absagima beating the whole game, and them a double up on him, right? Move him around for you know, cause a break in tracking of Bailey's movement. Instead of having on the one side that take the beat in the whole game. Because when you move the player around and you do the interchanging, you know, what it does, it one, disorganizes the opposition team, and 2, it makes it more difficult for them to track the movement of a respective player.
Exactly.
The previous gaffer, they really dare think about them things there. But I think in this particular, I think we're gonna see something in this game like what we saw in the Peru game. So you remember in the Peru game, Fletcher and Peter Lee Vassell did some interchanging in terms of Fletcher would have dropped deeper.
And Peter Lee go up.
And Peter Lee made the run in behind. So when Fletcher sets up a man drop deeper now and draw the centre back out of position, there was space there for Vassell to run into and exploit. It never really worked because, you know, the players them did try, but them never have the quality for really pull it off. But you saw the attempts being made to do it. And I think we're going to see a lot of interchanging between the front 4, you know, whoever the front 4 is. Hopefully it's this front 4 on the screen. But we definitely know some Maggie and Leon Bailey will definitely be a part of that front 4 for sure.
So may I go back to the comments? Mr. Persons, I said them think Daniel Green because Paul has seen them play. It's a fair assessment. As I said, the reason why I wouldn't choose, because even since Bygrave last international call-up, I don't think he has scored since. If I am wrong, I probably won.
I think him score about 1 goal. He hasn't been on the best run of form since the last international break.
I think based off that, and the next thing as well, Formula, I don't know if it go around everybody's head, because we were told that Mr. Hall was the one who selected the players. But he said based off recommendation half his backroom staff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that particular part.
Yeah. But it have to be because Paul Hall don't know nothing about Chambers, the 3rd string goalkeeper. He don't know nothing about him. Because he's not a starter for Waterhouse.
I think Mr. Hall needs to have his own backroom staff.
Honestly, I agree with you because me no want look, with the greatest of respect to the current backroom staff, I don't think it's in Paul Hall's best interest to have individuals that is a part of that is more entrenched in the system being a part of his backroom staff. Let me just
think if I have him on backroom staff, we follow him. Even if I have him on a scout, if he not have him on backroom staff, designate somebody out here for like watch all of the league them itself for say, yo, what is your recommendation on this particular player? Your recommend him not have no ties to the JFF, him not have no ties to Jamaican football, other than Mr. Hall send him out here for just watch. Nobody now have to know about him JFF now even pay him. Him can pay the person himself out of him salary. If you say, this is your salary, out of this, more you for do, I go around and select the best players. Because the selections are puzzling. I don't care what nobody wants to say. That's the whole thing I'm going to stand up strong with. I don't care what nobody wants to say. Some persons that are in the team should not be in the team because of waste of space.
Yeah, it kind of sticky. All right. So, me go start my watch along in about an hour's time from now. I know the match will start 6 o'clock. I'm going to sort out some things quickly before the watch along start. But me just want to say that I think the players that are going to be very important for us in this game is Tyreek McGee. I think the relationship between the three midfield players will be very key. I think they need to stick together in the midfield and be in close proximity to each other to be able to provide that link-up play. I think they need to get McGee on the ball in pockets of space in the midfield. You know, we all know when McGee gets on the ball, you know, the danger that he can bring, you know, and what he can do on the ball. I'm a bit concerned about Lambert. I think he's the weak link in the midfield. And one of the things I have an issue with him as well, I'm not the most satisfied with his mobility. And I hope that does not provide an issue in this particular game. Hopefully, Damian Lowe and King, if they are the starters, can be solid at the back. And I think it's very important for the fullbacks to get forward and whip in whenever Paula likes to get his wing forwards in the half spaces. He likes to get his wing forwards in the half spaces. So we know that it's obviously very important for the likes of Javian Brown and Kenroy Campbell to get high in those wing channels and whip in some good service into the box. Although that's one of the things as well too. I don't know if aerial crosses will necessarily cut it in this particular game because we don't really have an out-and-out number 9 who is known for aerial prowess to get on the end of that kind of a service. So even if the fullback is down the wide channel, you know, I don't know, probably a low cross on the ground or a cut back to one of the players who drop a little, one of the wing forwards who drop a little deeper in the half space. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing how Paul approaches this game. I'm looking forward to see what he does in this particular game, right? I personally think we're the underdogs going into this particular game. I don't take pleasure in saying that, but that's just how I see it from an honest, objective standpoint. Hopefully, Paul can set a bomb and bring this team over the line. And we wish the team all the best. Hopefully, we can get a victory in this particular game. Hopefully, we can kickstart our Nations League campaign off with a victory. And I think that would be a massive, massive stripe in Paula's tally if him could have win this particular game, because it won't be easy for him to do. Players to watch: McGee, Kaim Paris, Leon Bailey. I think those three players are going to be very key for us in this particular game. I want to thank the likes of Richard for jumping on the stream. Tennessee jumped on earlier. Big shout out to IMAXI TV for jumping on earlier as well. JD from IMAXI TV. And of course, you know, big up to the General Shavan. People, Shavan love the ball game and Shavan they are work, but you know, him still jump on for try and, you know, talk some football, you know, take time out and busy schedule for chop up this football thing.
Ball is
You know,
life.
Shavan,
Ball is life.
yeah.
I would love the ball game. I want to see we got real quick. You know, I always want to ask somebody one question. But I want to ask you, and I want the rest of the panelists, the commentators for answer. It's a simple question. What is our main goal? Is our main goal to help players to reach potential overseas, or to win international tournaments and to progress? But I want to hear some person's perspective into it. If you see like person, like you know, like some persons may have a particular think if you say them prefer to have a certain player on their team.
But I think the fans and the federation have a different perspective on that, because I remember where the chairman of the technical committee said the time from
I'm still upset about that, you know. Still upset say he never showed me, I swear.
Oh, boss, for start, honestly, I forget for shout you and make you know so we dare do the live. But me dare do some things I try to prepare for the live before and it just slip me. And also I think you there work, my G.
Brother, the work me there now.
That's not true. All right, so we're gonna get out of here now. We're gonna start the live, the watch along probably at around 5:30, 5:40, so you guys can look out for that. Smash the like button on your way out, guys. Free and easy ways to support the channel, free and easy way to give the youth some strength. Seeing big up to everybody, and we wish the national team all the best in the upcoming game later on. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and until about an hour's time from now.